What's up, everyone? So in this video I want to talk about relationships. So this is something that's been coming up a lot for the women in my group specifically, and I mean, we're always going through some type of relationship stuff because that is how we grow. You got to think about this. You cannot do these things in life alone. Now that might be kind of twisted, like, what you mean, Leslie? You're always out about that self-love and do your own thing. And yes, but you can only do so much by yourself and experience so much by yourself. Now, when you start focusing on yourself and creating yourself and expanding yourself, that's a beautiful thing when you can connect with someone else that's also on that wavelength and doing those same things. But then together, you're going to be able to create this new place, this new opportunity, these new thoughts, these new experiences that you wouldn't be able to necessarily experience by yourself. And that is what relationships do. They give us that experience to be able to grow and taste new things and create new things and inspire new things within and without, right? Together and within. So when we think about relationships, there can be two extremes. There can be the I need this thing to completely complete me, and I absolutely despise this thing. I don't want anything to do with it. And a lot of the times it can kind of depend on where you're at mentally, if you just got out of a relationship, if you've had challenging relationships, or maybe you've never had one that really has fully fulfilled everything that you want. I think the majority of people are in that state of, this thing I haven't had and I really want to taste that thing, that love, have that experience that I see or hear in movies, or just the concepts and ideas. Or maybe you have had beautiful examples of relationships and that's something that you crave and long to have as well. Whatever the case, wherever you're at, I want you to kind of dive into the idea of being open to something really beautiful available for you. How do you imagine that relationship, right? How does it taste? How does it feel? And wherever you are in terms of maybe you're in one, or you're just getting out of one, or you really want one, know that it's a whole new experience that you experience when you are in a relationship. And you need those experiences to help you grow. How many times, how many things have you learned in the relationships that you've had? I'm not currently in a relationship, but I have learned so much from my previous relationships, and I know what I want from the next relationship, not only from the other person, but most importantly from me, and how I want to show up, how I want to be, how I want to be living my life already before that person comes into my life. Because I know that the more I focus on fulfilling and loving myself in the most way that I know how, of course there's levels to this. There's no maximum, there's no minimum. It's just about focusing in that direction of feeling good right now, and understanding and knowing that when you're dwelling on the things that you don't have, or the pain that you've experienced, or that you're not good enough, or that you'll never have it, which is, by the way, something that I used to think and really believe within me, that I wasn't good enough to be loved, that I couldn't have someone be committed to me and only me, that it would be very challenging to find a good guy, that all the good guys were taken, right? Those things that we've been taught and told, or even come to believe within ourselves because of the things we've experienced, those are things that I used to believe. And from that, I saw the gradual progression as I grew and had these different relationships of what I was attracting and what I was kind of rendezvousing with, and what I was creating for myself through my own belief of what I deserved. And that wasn't a bad thing. That was me learning from those experiences to communicate with me further about what I wanted and how to get that, or how to become that, and how to be that, how to allow that to come and flow into my life by responding in different ways instead of reacting and thinking that the world was against me and I had bad luck and all these things were bad. Nothing is bad. And those problems inspire something new. Every time you have something that challenges you, it inspires something within you that's further or more advanced, or that next step, that next natural progression. And then when we limit ourselves off from that, or we prevent ourselves from moving in that direction by our negative self-talk, or sticking around with something longer than we know we should, or talking ourselves out of the good, being scared of that, whatever kind of comes up, that builds resentment, not only in yourself, but in others. And it really does lead to more masking and pretending like everything's all right, and not really letting yourself have everything that you know you want and deserve and desire. So, relationships can be tricky and sticky and complicated, but really diving into understanding yourself and what it is that you want, what it is that's holding you back, what it is that brings you that joy and that fun, and how you can do that for yourself first, and understanding that relationships are a beautiful thing, and that there's a natural ebb and flow to everything, a natural beginning and end cycle to everything. And as one of my good friends says, she says, a season, a reason, or a lifetime. And sometimes people are just in your life for a season, sometimes in your life for a reason, and sometimes for a lifetime. So less doubting, less wondering, less dwelling, and more focusing forward on all the things that are possible for you and your future as you continue to learn through these lessons and love yourself and others along the way. Much love, y'all. If this video helped you in any which way, inspired you in any which way, let me know below by commenting what your biggest takeaway was. Like this video, subscribe on my channel if you haven't already, and send this video to someone you know would appreciate it. Much love. Thank you.